there you go. Okay, so I think I said earlier it's about 6:45 p.m. Still Friday, January 6th out. So apparently I'm going to be making like 2 videos for today. And if I sound weird and I'm not talking quite right, I've got a toothache. I think I mentioned it earlier. So it's not the very last tooth up here, it's this one beside it. I think I've cracked it. I don't know how, but yeah. So I'm going to sound a little weird right now. Yeah. Stop. Yeah, and it's snowing and starting to get junk gum out there. Just like this day has just gone awesome. Nerve twinge there. So dang it. Yeah, I'm trying to make this video while I can still talk some. I don't know if I'm starting to get a cold or what. If I do, I'll just film random scenery and stick some YouTube music to it. I don't know, because it's snowing outside right now. It's not really sticking that much, but it's supposed to start sticking around 11 or so. So yeah, my tooth, my teeth are messed up anyway. Like, my teeth are straight. I've never had braces, but I have cavities out the wazoo. And yes, I brush my teeth morning and night. Don't floss as often as I should, but I do floss, mouthwash, all that. I am really prone to cavities. I tried taking a mirror, like a compact mirror, and trying to put it in my mouth to see if I could see what was wrong with my teeth. Yeah, my mouth is actually fairly small anyway. Yeah. So I managed to get that in my mouth without gagging, and I could kind of see like a slight gray line going down the middle of the tooth. So yeah. So my gran is going to call the dentist in the morning because she gets up before I do, and yeah, she usually has to go out and about and do things. I might just hitch a ride with her, and I don't know what they'll have to do, if I'll be able to drive after or not, so it probably be best just to ride with her. I don't know. And her car has 4-wheel drive, so mainly the 4-wheel drive, because my car doesn't have that, and we'll see. I don't even know if I'll be able to get an appointment in the morning on a Saturday, so this will be interesting. And so while I can still sort of talk, I'm gonna finish up my 2016, I guess. And as for the pain, I've taken like 8 ibuprofen and 2 Excedrin. Yeah, that's a bit more than what you're supposed to take, but I mean, it freaking hurts. My mouth hurts. Like, we went out to eat dinner, and I tried, like, my grandma's like, you know, you can get a vegetable plate, just get you out, let's get you soft food. I got mashed potatoes, cooked cabbage, and green beans. I couldn't do mashed potatoes, so I've been eating applesauce. Applesauce and ibuprofen. Yeah, I need to go to the dentist. So, yeah. Like the slightest pressure on this tooth hurts like the dickens. Like, if I push my tongue against it, I'm done. Even with, like, all... And I didn't take that all at once, obviously. That was, like, throughout the whole day, and sleeping at rent. I don't even know when I went to sleep. Like, 2 a.m., then again at 7 a.m. My sleep has been sporadic today because I take medicine and I fall asleep. Like, yeah. Anyhow, so, in October, we had Hurricane Matthew. And so, the hurricane didn't really hit us here, but my family has a beach house in South Carolina, and it kind of hit there. Like, we weren't in South Carolina when the storm hit. We were here, like, we were fine. But there's several people we know down there, and like several people who are on Facebook were posting videos, and like, you know, like people, it's like with the beach houses, it's like you have the road with the houses and like a channel, which was like with the water and the boats. The water had come up past the channel, and like some people have fences in their backyard, and we just like rest our arm, we standing, rest our arm on the fence. The water was up to the fences, like it completely flooded our first floor, so we had to get that taken care of, try to get the insurance adjuster to come down. It was a mess. And I might put some photos in later, and might probably not. Don't know how long this will be. Sorry. There's also like it's like a big hotel I think a hotel and like several other buildings that were like a few avenues below us or above us, whatever, that completely burnt to the ground. So luckily nobody was there at the time because it was in October, and most people don't go to the beach in October. So we got to go to the beach in October to rip up old carpet, take inventory of everything we had to replace. We lost washer and dryer, lawnmower, vacuum cleaner, it was a mess. And what else? Snapchat. Oh yeah. Got my first Snapchat, weirdo. Yes, I am on Snapchat. It's not with this name, it's with another name. I don't flirt. I know some people use Snapchat as like a dating service. I don't do that. Most of mine are like these weird dorky photos. Like, you're not going to get a bikini shot of me or bathing suit shot of me on Snapchat. I don't do that, okay? I don't care about flirting or anything like that. Nothing's going to happen. You ain't going to get anywhere with me on Snapchat, okay? Or anywhere else, but yeah, no, so, like, I thought the person was like some random follower on like Instagram. Like, okay, there's some Instagram friend whose name I can't figure out who they are, like, or whatever. I've got friends online that I don't really see in real life. That's fine, but no, like, they didn't want to be friends. No. So if you want to follow me on Snapchat, just ask. I'll send you my Snapchat name. But it ain't gonna go anywhere. I'll tell you right now, it's not gonna go anywhere. If you send me any weird or you know what kind of photos, I will block your ass in a heartbeat. So yeah. Anyhow, so that was that. Then in November, yeah, we had the election. Trump won. I voted for Hillary, but whatever. My family is like, most of my family is like staunchly Republican, so I'm registered independent, and my grand is too. I don't know who she voted for, but my pop is Republican. Whoever the Republican candidate is, that's who my pop is voting for, so, I'm hopeful. I'm not expecting much from this, presidency, but I'll be hopeful and hope I'm proven wrong. And, dang it. I do hope the healthcare gets fixed because, dang it, hold on. Can we actually pause? I want to pause. Okay, nobody wants to hear me clear a frog out of my throat. That's just nasty. Yeah, I worked in the healthcare industry. Nobody I know in the healthcare industry actually liked Obamacare. People I knew who weren't in that industry, I have family members who had to take Obamacare. No, the prices are way too high, so... No, I mean, if you can afford it and actually works for you, that's great. You have health insurance, that's great. But for many people, it didn't work. So, I'm not going to say that Trump's whatever policy he has or figures out is going to be any better. I'm not going to say that. But I just want to give something else a shot because Obama's thing didn't really work for everyone either. So, let's try something else. Oh, dang it. So yeah. So then we had, what else? Oh yeah, we had the supermoon that I mentioned earlier that I completely missed. Yep. So I mentioned that before, so yeah, I completely missed that. North Carolina had the whole HB2 law, which basically means, I think, that you have to go to the bathroom that is your biological gender that you were born. I think that went on forever until, that went on for months. I think it was made a law, then it was repealed, then it was made a law again. I have no idea, I can't keep track. Okay. Frankly, I don't give a rat's ass. I don't know how all men's bathrooms are. I know most of us have wandered into the wrong bathroom at least once at some point. Now, from what I understand, what I've seen on TV, most men's bathrooms just have a line of urinals and no privacy. So I don't know how a woman, a genetic female who identifies as male is going to be able to use the men's bathrooms unless they only use a stall. So I don't know how that part works, but if you're genetically male and you identify as female and you can pass, we're not going to know the difference. Women's bathrooms have stalls. We're not going to go peek in there and make sure your feet are facing the right way. like, I don't care, okay, or whatever. So that's it. Apparently, I mean, nobody's gonna police the bathrooms. I haven't seen it yet, so dumb law. There you go. I don't know. I understand this, like the worrying about your kids and all that, but there is a difference between pervert and transgender, whatever. Technically, I don't know the difference between transgender, transsexual, trans something else. I'm forgetting. Yeah, but like when your biological gender doesn't match your identified gender, that, yeah. Anyhow, regular, I think is just stupid. You know, just go, if you, be whatever you want to be, use whatever bathroom you want to use, whatever, I don't care. Okay, also, in November, I tried to sell my comics. I think I did a video on that, yeah. I'm pretty sure there's a video on me trying to sell my comics from earlier. I didn't sell anything. I sold, like, one IG-88 Funko Pop. Like, offer me something. My comics are not in mint condition, but they were decent. They weren't falling apart. They weren't yellowed. They were in good condition. Maybe not collector's condition, but decent, readable condition. Offer me something. I know I'm not going to get what I paid for them, but something, anything. Nope, nothing. They just wanted IG-88. All those boxes and like $8. Woohoo! So that was a big waste of my time. And then, oh yeah, the fires. We had all those like fires across like Tennessee and North Carolina. I'm in North Carolina. A lot of them were kind of fairly close to my friend, C. Luckily, none of them ever made it to my area. So I was fine. I think we had like maybe 1 or 2 days of it being really hazy and foggy outside or smoky outside. But other than that, like my area was fine. So then in December, I guess my grandfather's nephew, my pop's nephew, passed away, like the day before Christmas. It was like, as far as we knew, he wasn't sick. He just, out of nowhere, just got a crunk, picking out outfits for Christmas, and then we get a phone call, and hey, so-and-so has passed away. Like it just came, like, it was a shock. And then, of course, you know, I'm not going to go into the celebrities who passed away, but, like, you know, Carrie Fisher, and then Debbie Reynolds, and, like, Georgia Michael, and everyone else, and, like, 2016 was just a bad year for that. Oh, yeah, I also twisted my ankle. Running, like, that was a fiasco. So we were trying to, like, at first we thought we were going to have to host Christmas at our house, so we were trying to get decorated, fix the tree up. Anyhow, long story short, the cat got into the living room where the tree is, pissed on the tree skirt, and it was like too close to the tree, and the tree is old anyway, and like we wanted to get a new one, plus the cat pissing on it didn't really help. So we wanted to get a new tree, and my grandparents thought we're going to get a tree that night, like 8 o'clock at night. Hey, let's go get a tree. So, you know, I was over there. I came over here to get my coat or whatever, and I was like trying to get on my stuff and like run out the door to follow them in my car. Somehow tripped down the stairs, landed sitting on my ankle. You know, it was like one of those things where it was fine right after, but then later on it started to hurt, and then yeah, I twisted, blah 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 blah. Fell on my ankle, twisted it, or sprained it, I don't know what the difference is. Hobbled around for like a week. Yeah. And so I don't know if it counts as twisted, because like it hurt for a while, and I'd wear a brace and hop around on one foot, but then like in the morning I could walk just fine. So whatever. I mean, it's fine now, but yeah. Anyhow, mention that. What else do I have? The cat got a infection of some sort, has some like bladder infection or something. So we had to take the cat to the vet, back and forth, and yeah, apparently my cat is one of those cats that, like, as soon as we turn into the vet, out both ends. My cat does not travel well. So yeah, I had to do that like two or three times. Yeah. I'm trying to get over this bed. those interviews in my previous videos. The one for the pharmacy I don't think went too well because obviously I'm still here looking for a job. So that didn't go too well. Oh, saw Rogue One twice. Finally got Tiffany to see it. We had Christmas, and I learned about the Mandela effect, which I don't believe in any supernatural anything. I mean, I do, but not the Mandela effect. I'm just more fascinated in how the mind works. And so yeah, you can look up the Mandela effect. There's a lot of things on Reddit. I do not remember any Sinbad Shazam movie. I wasn't into that anyway. The Berenstain Bears. I remember my mom used to read that to me when I was like 4 and 5, and she pronounced it Bernstein Bears. But I think that was because she just glanced at it, and you know, me being like a 5-year-old attention deficit child, I'm not gonna read the whole entire word. And I remember like actually looking at the book when I was maybe 7 and seeing that it said Berenstain Bears. I'm like, huh, that's weird. We've been pronouncing it wrong. So that's just, to me, that whole thing is just people not really paying attention. Rather than nothing's changed. It's always been Fruit Loops, F-R-U-I-T, no, F-R-O-O-T. I can't eat Fruit Loops either way, but yeah, there's never been Jiffy peanut butter. So I will admit, the only thing that kind of gets me is the map. Like, those old world maps from, like, the old Earth, whatever, where, like, South America is directly under North America, it's like North America, Central America, South America is, like, straight down. For some reason, that looks right to me. But I know through logic, it's not. Because when I'm on my cell phone and or my old cell phones and trying to get the time zone right, I always use New York, and if they don't have that, Lima, Peru. So, and Lima and Peru is on the western side of South America, or is it South America or Central America? I am brain farting. One of those is, I know what side it's on, so there's that. So I know it's like towards, it's like, yeah, North America, Central America, and then South America is to the side. Which is probably backwards when you're watching this, but whatever. So I know the map, the current globe map is the correct one, but for some reason the other one just looks right to me, even though I know logically it's wrong. So, and Australia looks like it's too close to the rest of the world. So it looks right to me, but I know it's wrong. I know that's not the right one, so that's the only one that's kind of weirded me out. Granted, I haven't been to school since 2007, 6-ish? 6, 7, something in there. I don't remember when I graduated college, so yeah. Is there anything else about the Mandela effect? This is getting to be a long video, so we're just going to go with it. I think what else? I think that's about it. I don't remember. Oh, Mother Teresa. Like, I remember her name being spelled with an H. That's probably just like news reporters and things spelling it wrong. That's a possibility. And for the record, I'm gonna end the video on this. Like, I watch several Mandela effect videos and people explaining things, and look, and like they'll bring up like some random news article, and like it'll have like Jiffy peanut butter, and it'll be like an article, like Jiffy peanut butter. An article is not definite proof. Like an editor or I'm gonna say news reporter, like an editor or news writer can easily spell something wrong. Okay, they're not the company, they're just writing about the company, and it's like, as someone who had hang on a second, like, people can spell things wrong. Now, if you find an ad, like a photo ad from like 1984 that has Jiffy peanut butter in a picture from the company, then you have proof, but an article, not so much. And yeah, I'm gonna say that random articles that happen to be spelled wrong, to have Fruit Loops, F-R-U-I-T, loops or whatever, or whatever one's the wrong one, that's not proof. Because, yeah, newswriters spell things wrong. Like, for me, example, my, like, birth announcement in the local paper, like, all three of my names are spelled wrong in it. So if they can spell people's names wrong, they can spell companies' names wrong. That's not grammatically correct. And yeah, I'm gonna go because yeah, my tooth is hurting, and this is like 20 minutes, and it's gonna be even longer when I add the earlier footage. So